Sonic the Fighter's Bean the Dynamite Plush review. This is a video by Orange Hedgehog 2012. Welcome back everybody to another plush review from Orange Hedgehog 2012. So in this video today I thought I'd do and get around to finally reviewing the Bean the Dynamite plush from the Sonic the Fighters range. Released back in '97, I believe it was. The game was released to the arcade market back in '96, and Sega released a series of UFO Catcher Prize plushes. Round about between, I think it was about '97, '98, yeah, sometime around those two dates there. I do apologise if you do hear some background noise. It is currently raining today. It's very yeah, for August, it's very typical British weather. It's dank and dreary. The sun has completely disappeared, and it's absolutely peeing down outside. So I do apologise if you do hear some background noises of the rain and whatnot. But yeah, I thought on this rainy day I would finally get around to reviewing this guy here. He's a really unique plush, definitely quite a scarce one at that. Yeah, so I'll be going to detail about height, obviously the sort of fabric that it's made from, and yeah, just give you my thoughts, guys, and just show you a closer look and give you an insight into what this plush is all about. So without further ado, what say we get stuck in with this review. So Bean measures around about 12 inches tall, as you can see right there, which is a little bit higher compared to some of the other guys. I think some of them do measure between sort of 10 inches tall, and some of them do measure maybe a little bit more. This guy was released in 1997, a year after the release of Sonic the Fighters for the arcade market. You can actually play that game on the PlayStation 2, I believe it was, from the Sonic I'm not sure if it's like the Sonic Gems collection, or there was two released. There was like a compilation Sonic Mega Collection, I think it was, and Sonic Gems collection. I think it's one of them two, and you can actually play that game. Some people are not particularly keen on it, but I personally like it. I enjoyed playing it. It's not particularly a hard game. It's you know, any age can play. Well, I say any age, from a reasonable age, so I say. But yeah, it's a really fun game to play. It's kind of a bit like, essentially like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat maybe, but obviously with less gore and more child friendly really. So yeah, this is a really cool plush from the Sonic the Fighters range. There we go. He's really easy to sit down there, so obviously he's hopefully going to be behaving in this video. He's a duck, as far as I'm aware, and yeah, there was a series of these plushes released. I think there was around about maybe 10, between 10 and 12 characters. Obviously you have Bean the Dynamite, Bark the Polar Bear, there was Fang the Sniper, or Knack, depending which way you'd like to call him, SBO the Chameleon, and obviously there was Dr. Eggman, there was Supersonic, there was Knuckles, Tails, Amy and Sonic. So yeah, I think there was around about 10 characters in total, and there was obviously a bootleg version of Fang there. I do have reviews on some of these guys. I'm hoping to review, I think, SBO. I don't think I've actually reviewed him. I used to have like a really used one, but I got rid of him years ago, and I've managed to get one in a lot better condition. I think he's got his tag, or maybe not. Can't quite remember, but I'll get around to reviewing that guy. And yeah, I think I've pretty much reviewed most of my Sonic the Fighters plushes there. But yeah, enough of me rambling on there. Let's say we get on with the review. So starting with his head first, you can see he's really awesome. I love the colour, the green. It's like an emerald green. It's really bright, really cool, very vibrant. It's still retained its colour after all these years. I mean, this plush is like 20 years old now, which is amazing to think that these plushies are like 20 years old now. And you know, this one in particular is almost like brand spanking new, as if he was made like, you know, recently. But yes, these are Sega Prize plushes, and the only way you could get hold of these was in UFO prize catcher machines in Japan. But nowadays, on the second-hand market, you can get these from like Yahoo Japan, eBay when they do come up. And there is an anime online store. It begins with an M. Mandarake or something. I've probably mispronounced that, but it begins with an M. It's like essentially like, I suppose like eBay, except it's like or a bit like Gumtree, like or Craigslist maybe. Yeah, you can buy a load of these, like sort of like, I mean, these in particular, they do come up every so often, but they can vary in price. For the more scarce, sort of not well known sort of characters, yeah, the prices for them are going to be quite high, to be honest. Unless you're really lucky, you can get one for a really good price. But as you can see, his design there. Yeah, so his sort of plumage, I don't know if you can call it that, really. Sort of hairdo style. He does have his original gold hang string. The really thin ones. Yeah, I don't really recommend hanging these guys up. It's really cool, though, to still have it, though. So if we look at his face here, he's got black plastic eyes. Now, the only ones that didn't have the hard sort of plastic eyes is... oh! I've just remembered Metal Sonic. I forgot to mention Metal Sonic. So technically there's probably maybe about 11 characters, unless I have missed some other characters. But there was Supersonic and Metal Sonic, I believe, were the only ones that had soft, like vinyl eyes. These ones, the rest of the guys had black plastic eyes with a white transfer. On my one, I'm really lucky. It's yeah, it's in fab condition. There's hardly any damage to his eyes. His beak, they used the same sort of brown stitching material, very similar to, I think they've pretty much used this for all the other guys, as you can see. He's got a smirk there on the side, and it follows all the way around to the other side. Really nice. You've got this white, the actual body to him is made from like a green sort of soft plush material. It's really cool because it gives off this sort of sparkly effect. And you've got that, it's like this fabric where you move, you can see like it gives off different tones. So you've got like a lighter green with a dark green. Really cool. For the white section to his eyes, I think it's pretty much made from, it doesn't feel as soft. It's very sort of similar, sort of white plush material, and same again for his beak. So if we move down, it's really cool. They've used like, it's not soft plush material for his what do you call this, neck my mind's gone now. It's like a bandana but around your neck. It probably will come to me, but yeah, it's really cool. They've done it in red. You can see the actual backing right there, the actual red there, which is really cool. They've used like it's like a cheaper material. You can see the back of it. It's like I think it's like a man-made sort of material, like polyester maybe or something, or nylon, something like that. But it's really cool. They've cut it very nicely, very nice and clean, so it doesn't look off or anything. And they've tied it at the back and probably stitched it down. I don't know if you can actually remove it. Oh, you might be able to. That bit's loose. I don't know if they've actually stuck it down, so that can be a bit of a worry if it's not stitched down. But moving along to the arms, you can see they've done exactly the same sort of style as for the other guys. Really nice. They're not like really heavily stuffed, so they do have some floppiness to their arms. As you can see in the game, you can use, Bean uses his dynamite to sort of, yeah, drop bombs by his opponents. And the actual bomb itself, it's made from like the yellow part, which is like the, what did we call it, the wick or something. It's made from like, almost like a shoelace sort of material. It's quite interesting. It's very, as you can see, very sort of flexible. It's not like really stiff or anything. Now, as for the bomb itself, it's made from that god-awful vinyl material. But surprisingly, this one has remained in really good shape. It hasn't like cracked or peeled or anything. I mean, this plush in particular is in really good condition considering its age. So you do find, like, particularly on Metal Sonic, oh, some of them are awful. The condition where the vinyl has completely, like, it's almost like disintegrating. It's very flaky, and yeah, I've got a Metal Sonic and it's in, you know, quite bad condition. It's yeah, not particularly. It becomes very if these aren't kept in you know, good condition, the vinyl tends to sort of crack and peel and become very sticky. But I'll try and get up as close as I can so you can see the actual material. They've coated it in like a black sort of vinyl. Nothing really to say about the bomb itself, it's just a circular piece, but it's really nice. You've got this detail here where you can see all the grooves and whatnot. While I'm here, I'll show you his glove. The actual bomb has been stitched onto his glove. I'll show the other side. Nothing fancy about the gloves themselves, but it's actually quite nice. They've used the same sort of plush material. There's his body, his stomach, his legs. Now he's always like wearing white, yellow sort of socks. It's quite nice. It's sort of noodly. Now, as for the shoes, they're essentially like Sonic's, really. I'm not entirely sure if they've completely... I'll just have a look at his tag. No, it's really difficult to see on the tag. I don't know. I mean, I don't really know much about the character Bean, because obviously this was the only sort of game that he was actually in. So they've just basically used the same design for Sonic. They've used felt for the actual shoe strap going across, like a dark red plush material, basically the same as the rest of his body except in red. And the soles are grey. So if I flip him round on his back, you can see the back of his sort of hairdo style, the back of his head. And it's cool, they've had this detail here made from single pieces of felt for his sort of like maybe feathers. Really nice here. What they've done here, they've used essentially like same again green felt for his tail, which is nice. It's sort of it's simple but effective, I think. They've actually given it some depth where they've sort of folded it. You can see the back, the material they've used for his scarf. That's it, his scarf. And one thing I've noticed, I'll show you the tush tag, which is right next to his bomb. So the game was released in '96. Sonic the Fighters, I believe that is in Japanese. On the back of the tag, you've got 1997 Sega, made in China. And if you can see right there, there is some black where the actual some of the vinyl has stained the actual tush tag. But he still has his original paper tag. It's very bent and creased, but it's still quite nice to actually have. And I've noticed as well, especially on the back of his tag, I think it's where it's been sitting down. His the actual vinyl has sort of stained the back of the tag there, the paper tag. His bottom. Yeah, this is a really awesome plush and definitely one to have in your Sonic collection if you can afford it. I mean, these can be quite pricey depending. Oh dear. Let's see if I can get him to sit down like he was before. There you go. Try and not to move too much. But yeah, this is a really awesome plush and a quite unique one at that really, because I think there was only 2 plushes made. This one here and the possibly bootleg Taiwanese one. Yeah, they're a bit freaky, them those plushes, but yeah, really awesome plush nonetheless. If you're very lucky to come across one that's a reasonable price. But yeah, guys, this has been my plush review there from Orange Hedgehog 2012 on the Bean the Dynamite plushie from the Sonic the Fighters range. So, as always, guys, take care of yourselves, and I will hopefully see you again soon for more videos. So take care, guys, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.